Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest has arrived. We welcome Lieutenant General Khalid Asghar Hilale Imtiaz, military, and Rector NUTECH. So welcome to the show. I would request you all to kindly rise from your seats in account of National Anthem of Pakistan. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a seat. We'll be starting our ceremony with the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, and for that I would like to invite Qari Abdul Basit on stage.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you all to the land allotment ceremony to NUTECH. And for the opening address, I would like to invite Brigadier Abid Chima on stage. With a huge round of applause, exactly.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. General Khalid Asghar, Rector, National University of Technology. Zahid Rafiq Saab, Director, Habib Rafiq Private Limited and Chairman, Future Development Holding. Dr. Irfan Malik Saab, Chairman, Harley Street Institute for Brain and Spinal Surgery. Dr. Zafar Mirza Saab, Chairman, Gandhara Art Center. Dr. Tasir Ahmed, Chairman, Elderly Care Center. Malik Aslam Saab, our Group CEO. Distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum. What a beautiful day today, warm, sunny, and comfortable. On behalf of our chairman, I welcome you all to Capital Smart City. It's a great honor for us to have General Khalid Asghar and our chairman, Mr. Zahid Rafiq, with us to grace this occasion. Few years back, developing a first smart city in Pakistan was a dream. Seemingly, it was an impossible task. There was no capability available, there were no architect, there were no designer, no facility was available. We discussed, we decided, and we made it, Alhamdulillah. It is said, when you see the dream once, it's a dream. When you see it twice, it becomes desire. And when you see it 3 consecutive times, it is not a dream, it is not a desire, it becomes passion. Lahore Smart City and Capital Smart City has become our passion. Nothing would have been made possible without the trust, confidence, and faith our chairman had on us. His ability to make quick and very delicate decisions at a critical time makes him different from other leaders of this industry. Thank you, Chairman, Mr. Zahid Rafiq, for trusting on us. Today, we are handing over allotment letters and possession of land to our institutional partners. We would also hear directly from them why they choose a Capital Smart City and what they are going to build here.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would like to invite Dr. Tasir Ahmed on Elderly Care Center. So please come on stage, everybody, with a huge round of applause. Let's welcome Dr. Tasir Ahmed.
Thank you very much, and my salam to all the distinguished and honorable guests, and thank you to the Capital Smart City for letting me share my ideas with such brilliant people. So I will not take much of your time. I'll just start that historically speaking, we took care of our loved ones, our parents and grandparents at home with passion and kindness. However, a lot of things have changed in the society as the world is developing, And life has become quite complex, even though we want to take care of our parents and gramps. But at times it becomes quite difficult, especially in our home environments. We are not able to take care of the conditions, medical disorders, which require higher level of care. Developed countries, they figured out a solution for it quite long ago, and they established skilled nursing facilities equipped to provide rehabilitation as well. The concept of such a facility is that it should be able to provide long-term care and short-term care. And for short-term care, it's for the patients who are hospitalized. And post-hospitalization, they are debilitated, their health is deteriorated, and so they need to get back on their feet as soon as possible. However, for that, they require rigorous physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and whatnot. Quite a few things that needs to be done for them. And our present healthcare structure does not really have such a facility. And we plan to offer such a service to our community, to start with Capital Smart City. The subject is quite vast, but I'll just highlight a few features of such a facility that, first of all, passion, compassion, care, kindness, and the professionalism. That should be there so that people who are placed or housed in such a facility feel that it's a home away from the home, and it's not just like an ordinary nursing facility where they are placed and forgotten. Also, we should be able to provide medical evaluations on weekly and monthly basis and determine if there is a need. The members should be transferred to the hospital, and for that arrangements will be made. However, these weekly and monthly evaluations will really keep them under a close watch and observation, and things will be done in-house. We also, there's also a thing called hospice care, which is kind of fairly new idea in our society. Since we took care, as I said, we took care of our elderly, our really terminally ill elderly at home, but now things have changed, and this facility will be equipped for hospice care as well. Respite care is also a feature of it that at times families are quite stressed, frustrated, taking care of their loved ones, but a time comes when they also need a relief, a temporary relief, and we'll be able to house, we'll be able to help in such situations. So basically we are going to start it from here and have plans to develop a network nationwide and help the community in the best possible way. The main focus is that the facility should not be like a nursing home, rather a home with all the medical help available, the social interaction, the families will be updated, and technology will also be there. We can do in-house rounds and also the virtual monitoring. All the digital aspects of that care will also be incorporated. So thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tasir. I was so excited about Dr. Tasir that I ended up missing a very important person on our list. He'll be addressing on health and education. I would like to invite General Syed Najmul Hassan on stage.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Our honorable chief guest of honors, Chairman FDHL and management of Capital Smart City, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I, as Director Health and Education in FDHL, feel greatly privileged to be part of this momentous occasion in the history of Capital Smart City. It is actually in line with the vision of our chairman, Mr. Zahid Rafiq Sahab, where provision of high-end residents, high-end living facilities, comfort, and essential living facilities to our residents in these smart cities remains the hallmark of entire project. And this when we are talking of these smart cities, which are technology-driven cities, meeting all the latest and future world requirements. It is in cognition of this vision of our leadership that the high-end facilities which are to be brought to the doorstep of our residents, it is in that cognition that today's event is taking place, where world's best class health and education facilities are being brought in here in the Capital Smart City. And for that, I must say, General Khalid Asghar sir, Dr. Irfan Malik sahab, Dr. Zafar Mirza sahab, Dr. Tasir sahab, we genuinely feel grateful, we are very grateful to you for realizing and actualizing the dream that we have been seeing. And at this occasion, I must also reassure our honorable guests that as Director, Health and Education in FDHL, our directorate is fully equipped and totally committed to bring the latest smart health facilities and education facilities only at primary and secondary level, this space of tertiary level that you are occupying. And these primary and secondary levels are also going to actually be your supporting institutions, and we will draw, I am sure we'll draw tremendous guideline from your institutions at tertiary level. As long as our directorate's planning to bring those primary and secondary health and education facilities in 5 housing projects, 2 smart cities, Capital Smart City, Lahore Smart City, and 3 Royal Orchard housing projects. All these 5, we have had comprehensive plan for primary and secondary health and education institutions, facilities. And in that, at this moment, it's about 6 hospitals ranging from 20-bed hospitals as primary level and 50-bedded hospital at secondary level are currently in the planning and development stage in these 5 projects. Whereas our 8 education institutions in all these 5 projects, ranging from Montessori to high school and undergrad colleges, 8 of them are actually in the advanced planning stage and development stage. Focusing totally on this very project in Capital Smart City,
Thank you so much, General Saab, one of the very important and vital person in this community. The next I would like to invite is from Gandhara Arts Center. Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Dr. Zafar Mirza.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Janab Zahid Rafiq Saab, Chairman FDHL, Malik Aslam Saab, Chief Operations Officer of the group, Brigadier Abid Kabir Chima Saab, Head Business Development of the group, our guest of honor, fellow allottees, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it gives me a great pleasure to me and to my team to be amongst you today in this allotment ceremony of letters to some of us in the capital smart city. Capital smart city, which is truly a city of the future, a modern, smart, beautiful setting in which we are convening today. And it really symbolizes the best of the best urban living standards which are equitable to anywhere in the world. It is also a reflection of the leadership and the management of the founders of these groups, FDHL and Habib Rafiq, to visualize the future and the needs of the residents in their housing plans. In this city of dreams, we are going to establish a Gandhara center, which will be a cultural hub, a soul that Brigadier Abid talked about, a cultural hub of the smart city. Why I say cultural hub and why this name Gandhara? Bear with me to explain very briefly this to you. Gandhara, the name Gandhara actually comes from Gandhara's region, Gandhara civilization, and Gandhara art. This is the region which expanded, stretched from eastern Afghanistan up to the river Jhelum. From 800 BC to 500 AD, which is a span of about 1300 years, that this region was called Gandhara region. And the most important urban dwellings of Gandhara region were Kabul, Peshawar, Swat, Charsada, which at that time also served as a capital of Gandhara region and was used to be called as Pushka Kalavati and Texla. So these were the urban centers of the Gandhara region. And actually, when we talk, where we are meeting today in capital smart city, it is actually located in the ancient Gandhara region. So it makes so much sense to actually establish in the heart of capital smart city a Gandhara center which would serve as the art and culture nucleus for the city. This region came to be known as Gandhara, and it had a footfall of the superpowers of those times, whether it was Persians, whether it was Greeks. And this is the place where actually the Buddhism actually saw its zenith from the 1st to the 5th century AD, when Ashoka, the greatest kings, Hindu kings, who was born Hindu, but who actually converted to Buddhism and migrated from Patna of today in India to Texla. And Texla in Sanskrit means Taksa Sila, which means a city of stone cutters. And Texla has continued that tradition of artisanship over the centuries and continue to be par excellence artisanship which it still houses in the form of artisans which have actually continued this artisanship over generations. Capital Smart City, as I said, falls in Gandhara region, and whereas the Capital Smart City is imbibing the best of the best modern technologies, all which makes a city smart is there, it just makes so much sense.
آج کا دن بڑا اہم تھا اور بڑا اہم سنگ میل تھا ہمارے لیے، اور یہ ہم کافی مہینوں سے اس کا انتظار کر رہے تھے، اور یہ سائز میں بہت چھوٹا ایونٹ تھا، مگر میگنیٹیوڈ کے لحاظ سے یہ پچھلے 3 سال میں اتنا بڑا ایونٹ ہمارے ہاں نہیں ہوا، کیونکہ آج ہم جو بات کر رہے تھے وہ گراؤنڈ کے اوپر بات کر رہے تھے، اور جو لینڈ آج ہم نے ہینڈ اوور کیا ہے نیوٹیک کو اور ہارلے کلینک کو اور پلس جو گندھارا آرٹ والوں کو، وہ ایکچوئل سائٹ پہ گراؤنڈ ہم نے ان کو ہینڈ اوور کیا آج. تو یہ کوئی وہ جس طرح ہم اپنی کمرشلائز چیزیں کر رہے ہوتے ہیں، بتا رہے ہوتے ہیں، وہ آج ایونٹ نہیں تھا. یہ ایکچوئل ہینڈنگ اوور آف الاٹمنٹ لیٹرز اینڈ ہینڈنگ اوور آف لینڈ ٹو دیم. تو ہمارے لیے بڑا اعزاز ہے کہ اللہ تعالیٰ نے ہمیں یہ موقع دیا، اور یہ وہ دن آیا کہ جس کا بہت سے لوگ انتظار کر رہے تھے. اور الحمدللہ جو ادارے آ رہے ہیں ہمارے ساتھ، جو پہلے 4 ادارے ہیں جنہوں نے آج ہم سے لینڈ بھی لے لی ہے اور الاٹمنٹ لیٹر بھی لے لیا ہے، وہ نہ صرف پاکستان اور اس ریجن کے لیے کام کریں گے، بلکہ وہ پورے جو ہمارے مڈل ایسٹ کو اور فار ایسٹ کو بھی کور کریں گے، جس میں ہاسپٹل ہے، ایجوکیشن ہے، اور پلس جو ہماری جو 2,500-3 ہزار پرانا ہماری جو سویلائزیشن ہے اس کو اجاگر کریں گے. تو یہ بہت زیادہ ہمارے اس کیپٹل اسمارٹ سٹی کے لیے ایک سنگ میل تھا جو الحمدللہ آج عبور ہوا. اور اسی لیے جو پریپریشن کی ہوئی تھی سائٹ پہ آپ لوگوں نے، بڑا اچھا تھا آپ کا سارا جو آپ نے کیٹر کیا ہوا تھا. اور جس طرح کی کمٹمنٹ ہمیں جنرل صاحب نے جو ریکٹر تھے نیوٹیک انہوں نے دی، پلس جو ڈاکٹر عرفان ملک آل دا وے فرام UK آئے ہوئے تھے، انہوں نے بتایا کہ کس طرح کے برانچز وہ لے کے آئیں گے. اٹ واز امیزنگ اینڈ نالج فار می ٹوڈے. اور اس کا بڑی اہمیت ہے ہمارے کیپٹل اسمارٹ سٹی کے لیے، اس کو نیشنل اینڈ انٹرنیشنل لیول پہ لے جانے کے لیے. جو ہیپننگز ہوتی ہیں نا، ہیپننگز وہ دیکھ کے نا لوگوں کا پیشن اور جو لوگوں کا نا ایکسائٹمنٹ لیول بڑھ جاتا ہے. تو جنرل صاحب میرے ساتھ چونکہ بیٹھے ہوئے تھے اور ڈاکٹر صاحب بیٹھے ہوئے تھے چیمہ صاحب کے ساتھ، تو دونوں نے جب ہم نے شیئر کیا آپس میں وزٹ کرنے کے بعد، تو دونوں پارٹیز کا جو ایکسائٹمنٹ لیول واز ویری ہائی. اور جو ہم نے باتیں ان کو بتائی ہوئی تھیں کہ یہ ہم لے کے آ رہے ہیں، یہ لے کے آ رہے ہیں، انہوں نے گراؤنڈ پہ وہ چیزیں بنتی ہوئی دیکھیں، مکمل ہوئی دیکھیں، تو وہ دیر آر ویری ایکسائٹیڈ. اور دے آر کمنٹنگ کہ انشاءاللہ جو ہم نے ان سے پرومس کیا ہوا ہے سروسز دینے کا، اور جو ہم نے روڈز وغیرہ ان کو جو یونیورسٹی تک پہنچانے کا، وہ انشاءاللہ ہم ٹائم پہ دیں گے. اور ان کی بھی کمٹمنٹ تھی کہ وہ اپنے ٹائم پہ اس کو مکمل کریں گے. اور میرا خیال ہے کہ یہ آج بہت زیادہ اہم جو ایک مائل سٹون تھا ہمارا، وہ اچیو ہوا ہے، جس کے لیے میں آپ کا بھی اور آپ کی ٹیم کا بھی شکر ادا کرتا ہوں. انہوں نے بڑا اچھی تیاری کی ہوئی تھی بچوں نے، اور میرا خیال ہے کہ اس کا بڑا فائدہ ہوگا ہمیں. بعض ادارے تو ہم سے چیزیں لے چکے ہیں اور بعض ابھی آنے والے ہیں، جس میں ہم بات چیت کر رہے ہیں آغا خان سے. وہ ہم وہاں پہ آ رہے ہیں، اور وہ یہاں پہ 350 بیڈ ہاسپٹل پہلے بنائیں گے، پھر اس کو 700 تک لے کے جائیں گے. اس کے ساتھ JIK سے ہم بات کر رہے ہیں، غلام اسحاق خان یونیورسٹی، اور NDU آ رہا ہے، نیشنل ڈیفنس یونیورسٹی آ رہی ہے. اس کے علاوہ ایک پنک ریبن जो लेडीज़ का एक जो कैंसर के लिए जो है वो भी हमसे 100 कनाल ले चुके हैं, वो भी आ रहे हैं। और एक BDS का हॉस्पिटल एंड कॉलेज है यहाँ पे, उन्होंने हमसे जगह ली है, वो भी यहाँ पे आ रहे हैं। तो बहुत से और अदारे हैं। ये तो आपने सही कहा कि ये देख में से चावल ही आपने चखा है, और बहुत से ऐसे अदारे हैं जो पाइपलाइन में हैं, और कुछ ऐसे हैं जो हो चुका है जिनके साथ एग्रीमेंट। तो स्टेप बाय स्टेप वो लैंड हमसे लेते जाएंगे और काम शुरू करते रहेंगे। बहुत से और लोग हैं पाइपलाइन में, और हम इस तरह के जो इंटरनेशनल अदारे हैं जो एक ब्रांड लेके आना चाहते हैं, हम उनको सिर्फ ज़हमत देंगे, उनको सिर्फ अलाउ करेंगे वो आएँ, हमसे बात करें, और वो उनको हम अकोमोडेट।
Thank you so much, Brigadier Sab. So now we are officially starting with the allotment ceremony, and I would like to invite the Chairman FDHL on stage. So please come on stage. Mr. Zahid Rafiq. I would even like to invite Mr. Aslam Malik, Group CEO and Chairman. So please come on stage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we'll be giving the allotment letter and shield to the Chairman Harley Brain and Spine Hospital, that will be given to Dr. Irfan Malik. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the second allotment letter and shield will be given to the chairman of NUTECH and our chief guest, by the way, Lieutenant General Khalid Asghar Hilale Imtiaz, military. Thank you so much, sir. And finally, the third allotment letter and shield will be given to the Director Gandhara Art and Culture Center, Dr. Zafar Mirza. Thank you so much, Dr. Saab. All right, the next shield will be given to the Director, Elderly Care Center, Dr. Tasir Ahmed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would request our chief guest and all our distinguished guests to please come up on stage for a group photograph. Please. General Syed Najmul Hassan Sahab, Dr. Dasi, Dr. Zafar Mirza, Dr. Irfan Malik, of course, our chief guest, Brigadier Abid Chima, and Group Chairman and CEO Aslam Malik. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Please have your seats. In fact, not for long, as I'll be announcing lunch right now. Lunch is ready, waiting for all of you. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for coming. Wish this project the best of luck and all the duas for the project. Thank you.